Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise for today's invocation offered by Miss Jordan Range and remain standing to honor America with the playing of our national anthem by the best-sounding band in the land, the Spirited Northwestern Purple Haze Pep Band.
If you would bow your head with me, please. Dear Lord, I just thank you, God, for this day and everything you've given us, Lord. I pray for protection over these ladies, God, and you would just protect them from injury and just let them to glorify you in all they do. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Good evening and welcome to Brainerd Coliseum on the beautiful campus of the Northwestern State University. And now let's get ready for today's game by meeting our starting lineups. First, for our visitors from Huntsville. At guard, a 5'5" sophomore from Pembroke Pines, Florida, number 1, Jennifer Ramos. At guard, a 5'6" freshman from Cleburne, Texas, number 20, Akarian Morgan. At post, a 6-foot junior from Austin, Texas, number 21, Lydia Baxter. At forward, a 6-foot freshman from Beaumont, Texas, number 22, Anastasia Mickens. And at guard, a 5'9" sophomore from Weatherford, Texas, number 34, Rachel Harrell. Head coach of the Bearcats is Brenda Welch-Nichols, assisted by LaToya Bennett, Jamie Gonzalez, and Rosalind Jennings. And now, Demon fans, on your feet! And welcome today's Northwestern State starters. At guard, a 5'5" junior from Dallas, Texas, number 0, Nautica Grant. At guard, a 5'4" sophomore from Arlington, Texas, number 1, Gabby Bell. At forward, a 5'8" sophomore from West Monroe, Louisiana, number 15, Jasmine Johnson. At forward, a 6'1" junior from Huntsville, Alabama, number 22, Libba Gillum. And at forward, a 5'11" sophomore from McKinney, Texas, number 23, Jocelyn Scott. Head coach of the Demons is Jordan Dupuis, assisted by Deneen Parker, Aaron Crane, and Olivia Grayson. Demon fans, to thank you for your attendance today, the athletic department would like to invite you to help yourself to hot chocolate in our West Concourse. In our West Concourse, we have complimentary hot chocolate for you to enjoy for making it out to our game this afternoon.
Out this afternoon, considering the game was moved up to 4 o'clock and that decision wasn't made until about 11:30 or 11:45 this morning. A nice turnout here at Prather Coliseum to watch two teams that are struggling and are in desperate need of their first conference win of the year. Northwestern and Sam Houston both 0-5 in Southland Conference play. Your officials for today's ball game, Marlon Ramsey, Zach Bennett, and Brian Morrow. Sam Houston wearing their road orange, that's orange tops with white numerals, Sam Houston written in white across the front. Orange shorts trimmed in blue. Northwestern in the home whites, white tops, purple numerals, Northwestern State written in purple across the front. White shorts trimmed in purple and orange. Glad you're with us on this frigid January Wednesday as afternoon gets ready to turn to dusk and then to nightfall. I don't like the cold. I'm happy to be inside. And we are underway on this Wednesday afternoon in Natchitoches. Sam Houston has won the toss. They'll go left to right here in the first half. On the right wing, that's Lydia Baxter with the basketball. Baxter goes inside and scores quickly. Baxter averages 7.5 a ball game, and Sam Houston strikes first. We've played 20 seconds. Here's Nautica Grant into the front court, a double team applied by Sam Houston. Here's Libba Gillum to Jocelyn Scott. Scott's going to come to the near side. That's Jasmine Johnson who goes in the paint. She's trapped, throws it back outside to Grant, to Bell with 9 to shoot. Libba Gillum in front of the Sam Houston bench, 6 to shoot. Here's Nautica Grant sizing up a 3 and draining a 3. Nautica Grant, a 33% three-ball shooter, gives the Demons a 1-point lead, and Libba Gillum has come up with a steal. Defense hopefully turning to offense. That's the plan for Jordan Dupuis. Here's Nautica straight away outside of the arc, goes to the right side for Gillum. Gillum to the right side for Bell. Gabby goes to the elbow, kicks it back. Libba, 3-ball off the left side of the iron, no good, and Sam will let it go out of bounds. It'll be Sam Houston's bat. Nautica Grant coming off her team-high 11-point performance last Saturday at Abilene Christian, giving the Lady Demons a 1-point lead early in this ball game, 3-2. Here's Oramus running up the far side. Now her pass is tipped into the air by Bell, and it goes out of bounds. Sam Houston will keep the possession. Both teams playing very aggressive on the defensive end. I mentioned when giving the starting lineup, Sam Houston is next to last in the conference. They average a tick under 57 points a ball game. The Lady Demons are 9th in the conference. They average 60 points a contest. So not a lot of offense by either team. Here's Baxter into the front court with 17 on the shot clock. Her pass is deflected. It goes into the hands of Mickens. Mickens will give it back to Aramus at the point with 10 to shoot. Aramus throws it to the free throw line. Here's Baxter making a move inside. Up and under, she scores. Baxter has hit her first 2 shots. It's 4-3 Sam, 8:15 to play in the first quarter. Here's Jasmine Johnson dribbling in the front court to Bell. Bell on the right side, back to Jasmine. She'll lob it down to the paint. A kick back out to Nautica Grant on the right side. Nautica wants to run the baseline. Cut off there. Here's Gabby who passes the 3. Jasmine will go inside. Now dump it back. Grant, another 3 on the way. That one is good. Well, that's good to see. Nautica Grant has hit 2 threes here in the first 2 minutes and change. It's 6-4 Northwestern, 7:45 left in the opening quarter. The pass is into the paint for Baxter. She loses the ball. It's on the floor. We've got whistles, and the tie ball is called, and the arrow is pointing towards Northwestern State. The Lady Demons come in 6th in the conference from 3-point range. They hit on 29% of their shots. They average just over 5.5 made threes a ball game, but Nautica Grant has come out and buried 2 threes early on. Here's Jasmine Johnson in the front court. Johnson dribbling a couple of times with the right hand. Here's Bell. Back to Jasmine on the left wing. Goes to the free throw line for Gillum, who turns and shoots. That's off the back of the iron. Oramus comes down with the rebound for Sam Houston. Here's Jennifer Oramus, the sophomore from Florida. Wonder how she feels about this cold weather. 3-ball from the near corner is good by Akarian Morgan. For Morgan, that is just her 10th 3 of the year. It's 7-6 Sam. Here's Jasmine Johnson, a clear path to the hole, and she missed the layup. And here comes Sam running the other way. It's Morgan into the front court. Morgan will settle in at the point now between the circles. Jocelyn Scott comes out to guard her. Oramus is working on Grant. Oramus on the left side. Back outside to Harrell to the top of the key for Baxter. Baxter passes to the right side. That's Morgan directing traffic with her left hand, holding the ball with her right hand. Here's Baxter from the top of the key. That's off the back of the iron. Scott skies high for the Northwestern rebound. A lead pass for Gillum. Libba trying to beat her defender. Misses the shot. Oh, my. Another missed layup for Northwestern. That's been a problem the last couple of games. And here's Sam at the other end. Here's Morgan at the point. Akarian Morgan, a freshman from Cleburne, Texas, to Baxter at the left elbow. Baxter puts the ball to the floor, goes right past the defense, but missed the layup. Both teams missing a couple of gimmies here. Bell running into the front court, has the ball knocked loose from behind. Ball is on the floor, players are on the floor, and Gabby comes up with it. Here's Bell to the left side for Jasmine Johnson. Wide open three ball, got it! Northwestern State has made 3 threes here in the first quarter, and they take a 9-7 lead, 5:50 to go. Sam tries to answer, a 3 rims out from Rachel Harrell, and the Lady Demons want to run. Gillum ahead to Grant, it's a 1-on-2. Nautica tried to split the double team, did not get the call, and lost it out of bounds. Well, a little run and gun basketball being played by two teams that have a combined 8 wins this year. Brenda Nichols making several substitutions as Bell will inbound it underneath her own goal. Here's Gabby looking and still looking. Better hurry. And she tried to throw it off the foot of a Sam Houston player, and that didn't work. And Sam Houston's going to get the ball. And coming into the ball game for the Bearcats is Kevin Ferreira, a 5'8 sophomore transfer from Tatum, New Mexico, and Temple Junior College, averaging 5 points a ball game. The Lady Demons pressing in the backcourt, and Sam Houston is able to get it into the front court. Here's a pass to the right side for Alex Sellers. Sellers tried to force it down low. Gillum made the steal. Look at Libba Gillum. Oh, and they're going to call a tie ball. That was a quick whistle. The arrow pointing back towards Sam Houston. That was a very quick whistle. That was a nice defensive play by Libba Gillum. It's 9-7 Northwestern, 5:29 to play in the first quarter. Here's a 17-footer that is good by Ashley Cooper, who averages just 4 a ball game, and we're tied at 9. The Lady Demons quickly get it into the front court. Here's Jasmine Johnson, puts the ball to the floor, and she traveled with the basketball. Second turnover of the quarter by the Lady Demons. A reminder now, the Northwestern Demons are in Huntsville, Texas tonight. Northwestern looking for their first win of the conference season. That is a 6:30 start as Sam Houston throws it away. Sellers couldn't handle the pass. That is a 6:30 scheduled start down in Huntsville. That game will either be on KDBH or on our sister station, 100.7 KZBL. The weather has caused some problems at the transmitter with KZBL, so if KZBL is on the air, that is where you will hear Patrick Netherton and Doug Ireland. If not, you'll hear them right here on KDBH. Gillum, the left-handed hook, will not drop, and the ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Sam Houston. Remember, you can always hear every Demon and Lady Demon basketball broadcast at nsudemons.com. 4:50 to go in the opening quarter. We're tied at 9, and we're back in 1 minute on the Demon Sports Network.
To sit in the best seat in the house, sponsored by Ivan Smith Furniture. Again, text Demons to 40213 as you see it on the video board. If you receive a message that you have won, come down to the score table and find a game day staff member and enjoy the best seat in the house. Also, join the Demons Unlimited Foundation and support more than 375 Division I student athletes. Benefits include VIP football and courtside basketball seating, as well as priority parking. Call 318-357-5251 or visit nsudemon.com/ to make your donation today.
basketball broadcast this year. The Walk-Ons Independence Bowl, Chevyland, A-Bears Town and Country, Manpower, Mike and Kenny Knotts, Salter Bus Lines, and Kilpatrick Life. Tony Tagliavore back at Prather Coliseum, 4:50 to go in the first quarter, and we are tied at 9. Northwestern State and Sam Houston State. Nautica Grant with a couple of 3 balls here in the early going to light a fire under the Lady Demons offense. The inbounds to Jocelyn Scott. She went up for the shot and had the ball stripped away. And that'll be another Northwestern turnover. Here's Sellers into the front court for Sam Houston. Sellers at the point. Passes to the left side. Angela Delaney wants to go inside and right to the rack. Got to make it tougher on the Bearcats. Delaney with her first points of the ball game, and Sam takes a 2-point lead. Here's Jasmine Johnson on the left wing. Johnson dribbling top of the key, had the ball tipped away by Ferreira, and Bell is able to save it for Northwestern. 15 on the shot clock. 4:15 on the game clock in the first quarter. Johnson comes cross court to Grant. Grant gives it to Bell. Bell puts the ball to the floor, now gets into no man's land. Gabby didn't know what to do with it, and she ended up turning it over. 4th turnover of the ball game for Northwestern State. Sellers at the point. Dribbling with the right hand, a 2-handed pass to the left elbow for Kiera McKinney. McKinney lobs it to the low block. That is Cooper with the basketball, and an outside shot by McKinney is no good off the back of the iron. Scott has the rebound. Scott's running into the front court. Jocelyn dribbling with the right hand. No-look pass. Grant, 3 ball. She's got another one. Oh, my. Somebody call a doctor. Nautica Grant is unconscious here in the first quarter. 3 threes to give Northwestern a 1-point lead. And the Lady Demons almost forced a midcourt turnover. Here's Ferreira going all the way to the hole. Lays it in with the right hand. Nicely done by Kevin Ferreira. And it's 13-12 Sam Houston. Libba Gillum thought about the 3. Now hands it off to Jasmine. Cross court to Bell. Gives it up to Scott. Right back to Jasmine on the left wing. Jasmine will play catch with Scott. They're going to toss it back and forth. Jasmine's going to take a 3. That rolls off the rim. Rebound pulled down by McKinney for Sam Houston. And here comes Sellers into the front court for the Bearcats. 2:51 to go in the first quarter. 13-12 Sam Houston on top. Two teams looking for their first Southland Conference win, and we've got a foul called on Nautica Grant. And that is the first foul of the ball game.
Everybody.
And looks like 5 fresh players are going to come in for Sam Houston State, as the Bearcats will inbound it across the way. Here's Harrell, the inbounds to the point for Aramis. Aramis goes right back to Harrell on the left wing. Back to Aramis. Aramis, as a freshman last year, led all freshmen in the conference, shooting 40% from behind the arc. Looking for her first points of the ball game. Aramis is going to pass back to Harrell. She'll take the 3. That rims out. Rebound is pulled down by Sam Houston. Follow is no good by Morgan, but they got the rebound again. And a fresh shot clock to work with. 2:10 to go in the first quarter. Here's Harrell's pass down low. That's Lydia Baxter working on Gillum. Baxter kicks it back outside, and the runner falls for Morgan. Akarian Morgan has 5. It's a 3-point Sam lead. Under 2 to play in the opening quarter. Here's Jocelyn Scott on the near side. Scott goes cross court to Grant. Grant gives it up to Gillum. Libba runs the baseline. Cut off there. Finds Jocelyn, who kicks it back out. Grant to Gillum just inside the arc. Rolls off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Mickens for Sam Houston. Here's Aramis quickly into the front court to the right side for Morgan. Morgan back out to Aramis. 90 seconds left to go in a quickly played first quarter. Bell knocked the ball loose. Aramis was able to get it back for Sam. Aramis is going to settle in at the top of the key. Straight away, 3-ball good. Well, I just told you about Jennifer Aramis's 3-point shooting ability. That is her 11th 3 of the year. And Sam has a 6-point lead with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Here's Scott to Bell. Bell goes to the free throw line for Gillum, and Gillum threw it into traffic, and that's a turnover. Baxter came up with the errant pass. Here's Sam running the other way. This is Morgan into the front court. Back to Aramis. Under a minute to play in the quarter. Aramis looking back at the other end of the floor to find out what her coach Brenda Nichols wants her to do. Passes to the right wing for Morgan. Morgan gives it back up to Aramis with 10 to shoot. Aramis dribbling with the left hand. Aramis works to the left side now. Shot clock is at 5, and Aramis is called for the double dribble. So the Lady Demons are going to get the ball back here late in the first quarter. And before that, they will make a substitution. Gabby Bell will come out, and Jada Freeman will come in. Jada Freeman wears number 3, the 5'8 freshman from Irving, Texas. About an 11-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Here's Grant into the front court for Youngblood. Youngblood gives it up to Freeman, who goes to the rack and has the ball knocked away. And here's Aramis running the other way for Sam Houston. Aramis all the way to the rack. Her shot is blocked out of bounds by Youngblood, and I think they're going to say Youngblood got a piece of the arm, the elbow. And Tia Youngblood has picked up her first foul of the ball game. We've only had 2 fouls called here in the first quarter, both against Northwestern State. So with 26 seconds left, that will send Jennifer Oramus to the free throw line, a 77% free throw shooter. First one is no good, hit the front of the iron. And Oramus will have another one coming. Sam Houston is 5th in the conference. Good free throw shooting team at 70%. Second free throw by Oramus. That one is good. Oramus has 4. It's 19-12 Sam with 24 seconds left to go in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Here's Freeman into the front court. She's trapped now. She's in trouble. Gets it free to Youngblood with 15 left in the quarter. Back to Freeman. Freeman at the point in between the circles. Jada motioning a play with her left hand. 8 seconds to shoot. Youngblood has it way out high. 5 seconds to shoot. Gillum, 3-ball, off the iron. Rebound, pulled down. Youngblood to beat the buzzer, and her shot is no good. And that is the end of the first quarter. With your score, Sam Houston 19, Northwestern 12. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Northwestern Lady Demons basketball on the Demons Sports Network.
27. Make sure you register your team by calling 318-521-5045. Also, fans, don't forget complimentary hot chocolate for today's game in the West Concourse. In the West Concourse, complimentary hot chocolate to thank you for attending today's game.
Grant, 3 of 3 from behind the arc. The junior transfer from Tyler Junior College came into today's ball game 9th in the Southland Conference, averaging just under 2 threes a ball game. She already has 3 here this afternoon. Nautica is the game's leading scorer with those 9 points. The Lady Demons have the ball starting the second quarter, going right to left. Here's Grant into the front court. It's Grant, Freeman, Youngblood, Scott, and Victoria Miller in the ball game for Northwestern State. And the ball is thrown away. And for Northwestern, that will be their 6th turnover of the afternoon. The Lady Demons averaged 19 turnovers a ball game. That is tied for 11th in the conference. Lady Demons force opponents into 23 turnovers a ball game, 2nd most in the conference. Sam has turned it over 4 times today. Here's Oramus into the front court. The Lady Demons trap her, and they force Oramus into a bad pass. And here's Victoria Miller the other way for Northwestern to Bell. Gabby all the way. The underhanded shot will not fall. And the ball is loose on the floor, and we've got a whistle as 3 players go down hard, and it's going to be Northwestern's basketball, as Gabby Bell will inbound it underneath her own goal. Bell wearing the wide white headband as she does here at home. The inbounds to Miller. Victoria back out to Bell. Bell going to settle in at the point to Scott on the left wing. Back to Gabby. A touch pass to the left elbow from Miller. Outside, Jocelyn Scott is off the target on a 3-ball. And here's Oramus running the other way for Sam Houston. Oramus into the front court, picked up now by Grant. Oramus shading to the left side, and she will hand it off to Morgan. Morgan dribbling right hand, left hand to the left side for Baxter. Baxter is outside of the arc. Baxter now puts the ball on the floor, passes to the left baseline. Shot is on the way, and that is no good. Missed by Mickens. And here comes Jocelyn Scott for Northwestern. Lead pass to Grant. Grant has Miller open, waited a little late to try and get it to her. Youngblood picks up the loose ball and scores. Tia Youngblood, right place, right time, and it is 19-14. The Lady Demons down 5, 8:35 to go in the first half. Here's a pull-up 17-footer that is off the mark by Rachel Harrell, and Bell has the rebound for Northwestern. It's a 2-on-2. The Lady Demons want to run. Bell dumps it off. Grant off the glass. Shot won't fall. Baxter has the rebound. Here comes Oramus quickly into the front court. Ahead for Harrell. Harrell tried to get it back to Oramus, but she waited too late to make the pass, and the ball is deflected off of a Lady Demon. My goodness, we are playing at a furious pace. At this rate, we'll be out of here by 5 o'clock. And 5 fresh players coming in for Sam Houston. Here's the inbounds to the top of the key. That's Sellers with the basketball. Passes to the left side for Ferreira. Ferreira back to the right side for Sellers. Sellers with 13 to shoot. Here's Angela Delaney with the ball, who goes inside, dumps it off, and now here's a right elbow shot that is on the way and short from Cooper. And Jocelyn Scott is running the other way for Northwestern. Scott dribbling with the right hand. Now she'll circle back outside to Bell. Bell has to save it from going into the backcourt, and she cannot. That'll be an over and back violation for Northwestern. 7th turnover of the first half by the Lady Demons. We've got a lot to tell you about here during today's broadcast. Some good news and some not very good news. The Northwestern Demons earlier today released their 2018 football schedule, trying to get us into a warm and fuzzy feeling on this cold winter's day. We'll give you the schedule at halftime as the foul is called on Nautica Grant. That is her second of the ball game. Also, a couple of big honors for a couple of Northwestern State track and field athletes. We'll pass those along to you here as we go along. And some very sad news involving a former Northwestern State athletic administrator, and we're going to tell you how you can help. Here's Sam into the front court. A far corner 3 is on the way and missed by Ferreira. And Scott has the rebound for Northwestern. Jocelyn Scott working hard on the boards today. Here's Northwestern into the front court. Youngblood fills the lane. She'll shoot from 10 and score. Tia Youngblood has 4, one above her per-game average, and the Lady Demons have pulled back to within 3, and Scott goes for the steal, knocks it into the hands of Johnson to Bell. Gabby around her defender. Shot will not fall. And we've got a foul called on the rebound. The foul is going to be on Sam, and I think that's going to put Bell at the free throw line. Alex Sellers has picked up her first foul of the ball game. That is the first team foul here in the second quarter. Substitution for Sam, as Sellers will come out and Morgan will come in, and they're going to say Bell was not in the act of shooting. So Gabby will inbound it to Miller. Here's Miller, who goes right into the paint, and they're going to wave off the shot. And a foul has been called on Ashley Cooper of Sam Houston. That's number 1 on Cooper. And Bell will inbound it again underneath her own goal. Gabby, the inbounds to Miller. Here's Miller in front of the Sam bench, hands it back off to Bell. Bell will dribble out between the circles now with 6:55 to play in the first quarter. Bell and Youngblood play catch. Here's Scott on the right wing. Scott goes inside, hands it to Youngblood. Tia in traffic and scores, and here we go. Tia Youngblood has 6. Her season high is 10, and the Lady Demons are within 1. 6:38 to play in the first half. Sam into the front court. Here's Ferreira with the basketball, dribbling around the perimeter, now goes behind the back. Bell went for the steal and came up short. Now dribbling at the right elbow, it's Cooper. Cooper will give it back up, and Bell tips it away. Here's Gabby, the steal. Gabby going in, and she is hit hard by Ferreira. And Bell will definitely be going to the free throw line this time. Jordan Dupuis wearing the sweater vest claps encouragement to his Lady Demons. He told me before the ball game that it was imperative that Northwestern use their defensive pressure to lead to offensive points. And they've done a nice job of that here in the first half. And now the officials want to come to the monitor. I have a feeling they're going to be looking to see if this was a flagrant foul. I thought it might be. And while they look at the replay monitor, that'll give me a chance to tell you that Adam Johnson, who was a very, very well-liked athletic administrator here at Northwestern State for several years. When he left, he was the senior associate athletic director and also a former student here at Northwestern. Johnson is now the athletic director at LSU Alexandria, and unfortunately, his house burned this morning. Adam and his wife Elizabeth and their 2 young children were able to get out okay. The pets were able to get out okay, but from what we understand, they lost just about everything, including their vehicles. So if you would like to help the Johnson family, a GoFundMe account has been set up. If you'll go to GoFundMe.com and search for the Johnson family, and that is Jonson, no H, so Jonson, the Johnson family, you'll get details on how you can help them in their time of need. Gabby Bell's first free throw is good. She'll have another one coming. It was not ruled a flagrant foul. So again, Adam Johnson, a former athletic administrator here at Northwestern State and a former student at Northwestern. He and his family need your help. They lost almost everything in a house fire earlier today. If you can help, go to GoFundMe.com, and search for the Johnson family. That's Jonson. Bell comes up with a steal at midcourt. Gabby passes to Tia Youngblood, who can't handle it. Oh, Bell played terrific defense. She was spinning and out of control, and her pass to Youngblood was a bit off the mark. And it'll be Sam's basketball. We've got 6:07 to play in the first half. Northwestern has taken the lead 20-19. The Lady Demons have trailed for most of this ball game. Here's Aramis into the front court. This is McKinney with the basketball. Back to Aramis. Aramis working at the point in between the circles. Passes to the right side. Here's Angela Delaney. Delaney will come back outside. Aramis thinking about a long 3. Now puts the ball on the floor with 8 to shoot. Aramis going to weave her way through the defense and has to throw it away. Ball is tipped by Scott, and we're going to have a foul called on Jocelyn Scott. Jocelyn hustling hard. That was an effort foul. That'll be Scott's first foul of the ball game, the second team foul of the quarter on Northwestern State, and Jordan Dupuis is asking for an explanation from Zach Bennett. A fan behind me yelling to the official that he anticipated the contact, perhaps.
Number 15, Tia Marston.
A couple of substitutions being made by Brendan Nichols, who's in her 12th year in Huntsville. Here's the inbounds to Morgan. Morgan with a fresh shot clock being chased around the court by Bell. Morgan passes to the left side for McKinney. McKinney dribbling with the right hand. A bounce pass to the near side for Cooper. Cooper will give it up to Morgan with 15 to shoot. Morgan puts up a floater that rims out. That was a tough shot, and the rebound is pulled down by Miller for Northwestern. Ahead to Bell. Bell ahead to Johnson. Here's Jasmine, who stopped short of the three-point line, to Gabby on the left wing. 5:10 to go in the first half. 20-19, Northwestern by 1. Youngblood runs the baseline, cut off there, and throws it away. Another Northwestern turnover, their 9th of the ball game. Morgan dribbling between the circles. Morgan has her pass picked off by Youngblood. Tia makes amends. Here's Youngblood having trouble dribbling. Now gives it back up to Jasmine Johnson. Johnson to the right side for Bell. Bell goes in traffic. Late pass to Miller, lays it up and in. A beautiful assist from Gabby Bell. Victoria Miller with her first points of the ball game. And Brenda Nichols calls a timeout with 4:39 to go in the first half. In your score, Northwestern 22, Sam Houston 19. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Northwestern Lady Demons basketball on the Demon Sports Network.
At 1 o'clock against Central Arkansas. They will host UNO on Wednesday, January 31st at 6:30. Call 357-4268 or visit NSUDemons.com to get your tickets today.
like to thank the following State Farm agents for their support of Lady Demons basketball broadcast this year. Buddy Wood, Jim Pleasure, Glenn Talbert, Mike Murphy, Linda Luck, Tommy Chester, Trey Murray, Mickey Walker, and Julie Anderson. Tony Tagliavore back at Prather Coliseum, where Northwestern State is on a 10-0 run here in the second quarter. The Sam Houston State Bearcats still looking for their first points of the quarter, and we've got 4:39 left. The Lady Demons have rallied to take a 3-point lead, 22-19. Sam Houston led by as many as 7 late in the first quarter. The Lady Demons pressuring Sam Houston. Bearcats almost turned it over. Now here is a long 2 on the left baseline that is good, and that'll end the Northwestern streak at 10. Carrion Morgan, and they're going to give her a 3 on that one to tie the game at 22. Here's Scott into the paint for Bell. Lost the ball, was able to save it from going into the backcourt. Jocelyn Scott goes cross-court to Johnson. Johnson looking underneath, and now passes in traffic, and that'll be another turnover. My goodness. That is the 10th turnover of the ball game. Here's a pull-up 10-footer that is good by Morgan. So Morgan is in double figures with 10. Sam has scored 5 straight. And it's 24-22 Bearcats, 3:45 to go before halftime. Here's Jocelyn Scott dribbling with the left hand, a pass into the paint for Gillum, and Gillum, well, I thought she traveled. They're going to call I believe a 3-second violation against Northwestern State, and it'll be Sam Houston's basketball. The Lady Demons will be on the road for their next ball game. That'll be Saturday afternoon down in Hammond, Louisiana. A Southland Conference doubleheader against Southeastern. The Lady Demons will tip at 2. The Demons will follow. And Sam Houston has given it right back to Northwestern. 10th turnover by the Bearcats. Bell is not able to score, but she drew contact, and she will be headed to the free throw line. Foul is on Tia Harston. That is her first of the ball game. That is the 4th team foul on Sam Houston. And Gabby Bell, who is 2 of 2 from the line this afternoon, puts up her free throw, and it's good. Nice arcing shot, and she'll have another one coming. Bell is only a 51% free throw shooter on the year, but she is 3 of 3, and she'll stay 3 of 3 as that one is too hard off the back of the iron. 3:20 to go in the first half, 24-23, Sam Houston leads it. And here's Rachel Harrell into the front court for the Bearcats. Now passing to the right side, it's Hairston with the basketball. She goes down low to Baxter, who scores with the right hand. Pretty move. We've seen that a couple of times from Baxter, who has 6. It's 26-23 Sam at the 3-minute mark of the first half. And Gillum is hit hard, and that'll be the 5th team foul on Sam Houston, so Libba Gillum will go to the free throw line. The foul is on Baxter. That is her first of the ball game. Libba Gillum is perfect on the year from the free throw line. 20 of 20 for the 6'1 junior from Huntsville, Alabama. Free throw is on the way, and it's good. She'll have another one coming. As a team, Northwestern State shoots 68%. That ranks the Lady Demons 8th in the 13-team Southland Conference. Second free throw is good. Gillum is 22 for 22 on the year. Northwestern down 1, less than 3 to play in the half. Here's Baxter at the top of the key, and she threw it away right into the hands of Scott, who tipped it to Gillum. Now here's Jasmine Johnson into the front court. Bell to Libba. Libba outside the arc. One dribble back to Bell. Jasmine is open. Left wing 3. Got it! Jasmine Johnson with her second 3 of the ball game. And that gives Northwestern a 28-26 lead. 2.5 to go in the first half. Sam quickly into the front court. This is Harrell, who has the ball knocked away, picks it up off the floor. And now here's Sam trying to run their offense. A right wing 3 is missed by Morgan, and Scott has the rebound for Northwestern ahead to Johnson. Jasmine, a 2-on-2, goes to the rack and lays it in. Jasmine Johnson has 8. Northwestern has a 4-point lead as we approach the 2-minute mark. Left in the first half. The Lady Demons doing a wonderful job defensively. Here's Baxter, who passes it outside. Left wing 3 is buried by Tia Hairston. Just her 5th 3 of the year. That pulls Sam to within 1, 1:50 to go in the half. Here's Jocelyn Scott on the right wing to Gillum in the paint. Gillum finds an open player on the far corner. Now pass to Jocelyn Scott. Her shot is off the mark, and the rebound is pulled down by Harrell, who throws it into the hands of Scott, who lost it out of bounds. Well, Sam Houston has turned it over 11 times, as has Northwestern. Frankly, not surprising considering both teams are struggling this year. The Bearcats have lost 8 straight. Northwestern has lost 8 of their last 9. Both teams trying to pick up their first conference win of the year. Here's Morgan at the perimeter, passes to Aramis on the right side, guarded by Johnson. Now Johnson backs off. Aramis will get it to Harrison. Here comes another far corner 3. That one is off the mark. Rebound is tipped away by Scott, ahead to Bell. 1:18 to go in the half. Bell finds Johnson, the trailer. Now Gabby comes back out. Jocelyn Scott already with 6 rebounds here this afternoon. Here's Gillum, 17 feet away, passes to Jasmine. 3 ball is right of the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by McKinney for Sam Houston. Under a minute to go, Northwestern with a 1-point lead. Aramis into the front court, dribbling around the defense, finds a player on the left baseline, and that is good. Kiera McKinney with her first points of the ball game. Sam back on top, 31-30, 45 seconds left to go in the first half. Here's Bell at the point. 18 on the shot clock. Youngblood to the left side for Jasmine. To the baseline for Gillum, who throws it away. Into the hands of Morgan to Aramis. Aramis tries to beat the Northwestern defense. Missed the shot. Hairston had the rebound. Players are on the floor. And a whistle is blown. And the call is going to go against Sam Houston. I know that because Brenda Nichols is telling the officials, bad call, bad call. It's going to be Northwestern's basketball. The shot clock is off. 22.5 seconds left to go in the first half. The Lady Demons can go to the locker room with the lead if they score on this possession. They trail by 1. Here's Bell, slow dribble just across midcourt. Now guarded tightly by Aramis with 11 seconds left in the half. Bell working outside with 8 seconds. Gabby to Jasmine, 3 ball on the way, got it! With 4 seconds left, and Sam Houston will get off a shot that is too late. And Jasmine Johnson with her 3rd 3 of the first half sends Northwestern State to the locker room with a 2-point lead. At halftime, your score, Northwestern State 33, Sam Houston 31. Coliseum as we get ready to start the 3rd quarter of today's ball game. For Northwestern, it's Bell, Grant, Johnson, Scott, and Gillum. But it'll be Sam Houston who has the ball first. The Bearcats will go right to left here in the second half. At the point, it's a Carrion Morgan. Morgan passes to the right side for Harrell, Rachel Harrell, dribbling a couple of times, back out to Aramis. Aramis works with the left hand right in front of her own bench, kicks it back outside to Harrell, to Morgan on the right wing. 15 on the shot clock, ball is knocked loose. Bell comes up with the steal, but darn it, she stepped out of bounds. Well, you certainly cannot fault Gabby Bell that time. Her effort paid off with the steal, but her momentum was taking her backwards and her heel was on the sideline. So it'll be Sam Houston's basketball. The Bearcats have had a tough time winning here in Natchitoches of late. They've lost their last 8 visits to Prather Coliseum. Here's Morgan on the right wing. 1 dribble and back to the near side for Harrell. Harrell guarded outside by Bell. Harrell passes to the deep near corner for Morgan. Morgan guarded by Scott. Now here's Harrell, cross court to Aramis. Aramis makes a pass to the near corner, and Morgan's 3-pointer is no good. Lydia Baxter tries to hustle down the rebound, and she does. Aramis, a deep 3 on the way, and that barely got to front of the rim. Nobody blocked out Rachel Harrell, and she follows with the bucket. That is Harrell's first points of the ball game, and we're tied at 33. We've played 57 seconds here in the third quarter. Here's Grant to Bell, cutting to the goal. Bell puts it up and misses it right underneath. Oh, my goodness. And McKinney has the rebound, and her pass is tipped away by Bell. Ball is loose. Gillum is able to save it from going out of bounds. That was actually Jasmine Johnson, not Bell, who knocked it away in the front court. Here's Bell. Dribbling around a screen set by Gillum. Gabby wants to go to the rack, and she's bucked hard, and she goes down hard, and that'll be a foul called on Kiera McKinney. First foul of the ball game on McKinney, the first team foul of the quarter. And so Bell will inbound it underneath her own goal. Gabby looking and looking and looking inside to Scott. Scott gonna put up the left-handed shot that won't fall. And here's Morgan running the other way for Sam Houston. Morgan right-hand dribble into the front court. Now she'll settle in between the circles. Calling out the play, guarded by Scott. Morgan fakes left, now goes right to the right side for McKinney. McKinney back outside to Harrell, 14 on the shot clock. Baxter, a quick whip around pass to the near side for Morgan with 10 to shoot. Morgan, a bounce pass down low. That's McKinney who kicks it back out. Morgan, three ball good, right in front of her own bench. Akarian Morgan with her third three of the ball game. She came in shooting just 9 of 32 from behind the arc. And Sam Houston has a three-point lead with 7:50 to go in the third quarter. Here's Johnson dribbling with the right hand. The Lady Demons going left to right. Here's Bell, top of the key. Jocelyn Scott runs the baseline. Shot underneath is no good. That drives Jordan Dupuis crazy. The whole coaching staff, it frustrates them so much. The number of layups the Lady Demons have missed this year. Baxter's three from the left wing is short, but nobody blocked out McKinney, and she follows. McKinney has 4. It's 38-33. The Lady Demons still looking for their first points of the third quarter with 7:15 left. Bell to Nautica Grant in front of the Northwestern bench. Grant going to lob the pass right into the hands of Lydia Baxter. She plays for the other team. Here's Oramus into the front court. Oramus going to go all the way, throw up a shot around Gillum that won't fall. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Northwestern's basketball. Substitutions being made by Brenda Nichols. Coming into the ball game is Jada Ballou, a 5'7" senior from Cincinnati, Ohio, and Angela Delaney, a 5'8" senior from Harker Heights, Texas. And even 7 minutes to play in the third quarter, 38-33. Sam is outscored Northwestern 7-0 here in the third quarter. Gillum is open for the three, puts the ball to the floor, cut off at the baseline, feeds Grant. Grant makes a move at the left elbow. Now Gillum will take a three, and that barely got to the iron. And we're going to have a foul called. A Lady Demon went down hard to the floor, and they're going to call Angela Delaney for the foul. Delaney picks up her first foul. That is the second team foul. Sam Houston looking for their first road win of the year. The inbounds to Gillum. Shot is blocked by Baxter, and they're going to say Baxter got a piece of the arm. Actually, they're going to call the foul on Kiera McKinney. Second foul on McKinney, third team foul, but it will put Libba Gillum at the free throw line, who is about as automatic as you can get. Gillum is 2 for 2 today. She is 22 of 22 on the year.
Hey, come back. Come back.
Free throw on the way, and it's good. She'll have another one coming. Sam Houston 0-5 away from Huntsville this year. And as I mentioned, they have lost their last 8 visits to Prather Coliseum. Gillum's second free throw is good. She has 6. 38-35, Sam. 6:33 to go. Here's Jada Ballou in the front court. Ballou going to go inside and throw up a shot that falls. Wow. Jada Ballou comes in off the bench, not afraid to take it to the rack. 40-35, Sam. 6:20 to go in the third quarter. Here's Bell working to the right side. Bell guarded by Morgan. Bell to Grant. Grant has her toes on the three-point line. Grant, an entry pass to Gillum. Back out to Grant. Nautica, three ball off the mark, right of the iron. And Grant saves it from going out of bounds. What a hustle play by Nautica Grant, and the Lady Demons have a fresh 30 seconds to work with. Grant missed the shot, had to come all the way to the near corner at the far end of the Northwestern bench. Nice hustle by Grant, who has 3 threes this afternoon. She threw that one into traffic, tipped back outside. Here's Libba Gillum with 9 to shoot. Gillum dribbling around the arc. Now Libba goes inside, and they're going to call a charge on Libba Gillum. Give Lydia Baxter credit. She got in front of Gillum, planted her feet, and took one for the team. For Gillum, that is her first foul of the ball game, the first team foul of the quarter. As Tia Harston checks back in, Akari and Morgan will come out. This is the only time these two teams will meet in the regular season. And there's a turnover. Oh, and Scott gave it right back. Jocelyn stole the pass but gave it right back. Here's a 12-footer on the way that is no good by McKinney. Ball goes out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Sam Houston State. And Brenda Nichols is in the ear of our lead official, Marlon Ramsey. This Sam Houston team is on the verge of having their mail sent to Natchitoches. They've been here since Monday. They came in a day early because of the threat of the winter weather, and that's a big reason why today's game was moved up from 6:30. Sam Houston got word that a couple of bridges may be closed on the way back to Huntsville. Here's Jasmine Johnson, steps inside the arc, shot on the way, rolls off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Harston. Here's Harston running into the front court for Sam. Under 5 to go in the third quarter. The Lady Demons trail by 5. Harston working at the point now, guarded by Grant. Passes to the right side. Here's a 17-footer on the way. That is missed by Ashley Cooper. And the ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Northwestern. It'll be Sam Houston's basketball. And we have an officials timeout. 4:41 to play in the third quarter. In your score, Sam Houston 40, Northwestern 35. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Northwestern Lady Demons basketball on the Demons Sports Network. Basketball broadcast, the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl, Chevyland, A-Bears Town and Country, Manpower, Mike and Kenny Knox, Salter Bus Lines, and Kilpatrick Life. Tony Tagliavore back at Prather Coliseum, 4:41 to go in the third quarter. Northwestern State trailing Sam Houston State 40-35. The Lady Demons have missed all 6 of their shots here in the third quarter. Their only points of the quarter coming from the free throw line. Meanwhile, Sam Houston has made 4 of their 10 shot attempts here in the quarter. Sam Houston looking to inbound it, and they do. This is Delaney, who goes down low, and now a kick back out high. And here's a dribble by Ballou. Ballou going to go to the rack, out of control. Ball was knocked out of bounds, last touch by Northwestern. And the Bearcats will inbound it underneath their own goal. Delaney to do the honors, and we've got a whistle away from the ball, and a foul has been called on Sam Houston. Ashley Cooper called for a push away from the ball, her second foul, third team foul, and here's Miller into the front court for Northwestern. Victoria Miller in the ball game. To Grant, Grant back to Jasmine, sizing up another 3, and she's got another 3. Oh, 4th 3 of the ball game for Jasmine Johnson. 14 on the ball game. 40-38, Sam Houston. The Lady Demons are within 2. Here come the Bearcats. Jasmine Johnson came up with the steal. Holy cow, what a game Jasmine Johnson is playing. Here's Bell into the front court. Gabby dribbling at the point. Gabby working with the right hand. Picked up outside by Ballou. Bell shading to the right side this time in front of the Northwestern bench. 13 on the shot clock. Here's Nautica Grant in the deep near corner. 9 to shoot. Grant puts the ball to the floor. Took about 4 steps. No whistle blown. She lost the ball anyway, and here comes Sam running the other way, and Victoria Miller has committed a foul in the backcourt. But let's talk about Jasmine Johnson. Holy smokes. Jasmine has 14 this afternoon. That is a new career high for the 5'8 sophomore from West Monroe, Louisiana, and West Monroe High School. She also has 4 threes in the ball game. Her previous career high, 2 made threes. And boy, Jordan Dupuis is really upset. The officials realized that the shot clock needed to be reset. I don't think Jordan Dupuis wanted a stoppage in play because he can sense that his team is playing with a rhythm and playing with a lot of momentum right now. So here we go, 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Sam Houston leads Northwestern by 2. The Bearcats have the ball. Here's Baxter, who throws it away off the hands of a teammate and into the hands of Victoria Miller. Here's Bell into the front court for Northwestern. The Lady Demons can tie or take the lead. Miller between the circles hands it off to the red-hot Johnson, who hands it off to Bell. Here's Victoria Miller outside of the arc to Grant on the left side. Grant dribbling, goes top of the key, backs back out. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Jasmine has it on the left wing. Bell top of the key. Bell gonna go in traffic and throw up a prayer, and it's no good, but she's been fouled. And Gabby Bell will be going to the free throw line. Gabby went in and drew contact. Ashley Cooper picks up her 3rd foul, and that is the 15th foul of the quarter on Sam. So for the final 3 minutes of the third quarter, the Lady Demons will shoot free throws. Gabby Bell is 3 of 4 from the free throw line today. Only a 51% free throw shooter on the year. That one went halfway down and spun out. So after making her first 3 of the ball game, Bell has missed her last 2. Bell dribbling, free throw is on the way. That one is no good. Off the left side of the iron, and the rebound is taken down by Harrell for Sam Houston. 2:55 to go in the third quarter. 40-38, the Lady Demons trail by 2. Nice pass down low. Baxter lays it up and in. Lydia Baxter, her first points of the second half, 8 for the ball game. It's a 4-point Sam lead with 2:42 to go in the third quarter. Jasmine Johnson dribbling with the right hand. Stops top of the key. Looking to find somebody, can't find anybody, needs some help. Jasmine's in trouble, finally gets it free to Tia Youngblood. Youngblood back out to Bell, who's near midcourt with 8 to shoot. Gabby gonna go to the rack, dish at the last minute. Johnson, 3-ball, that's off the right of the rim, and Baxter clears for Sam Houston. Ahead to Harrell, it's a 1-on-2, and Harrell will wisely bring it back out. 2:13 to go in the third quarter. Morgan's 3 from the right side is off the front of the iron. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Northwestern. It'll be Sam Houston's basketball. The Lady Demons are 7 of 16 from behind the arc today for 43%. They shoot just 29% on the year from three-point range. Morgan looking to inbound it, and she does. Outside for Cooper, who gives it up. Left wing 3 is on the way. That is no good by Ballou, and we've got a whistle on the rebound. And the foul will be called on Lydia Baxter. That's number 2 on Baxter, and will walk to the other end and shoot free throws for Northwestern. The next time the Lady Demons will be here at Prather Coliseum will be January the 27th. Their next 2 games will be on the road. That Saturday afternoon at Southeastern, and then next Wednesday night in New Orleans. Miller's free throw is on the way, and that one is good. She'll have another one coming. Into the ball game for Sam Houston is Kiara McKinney, as Ashley Cooper will come out. Miller has only been to the free throw line 19 times on the year. This is her 20th free throw attempt. And how about Victoria? Got both of them. Just a 55% free throw shooter. That pulls the Lady Demons to within 2. 1:59 to go in the third quarter. Northwestern pressuring Sam Houston, and they almost forced another turnover. They say it went off the hands of Jasmine Johnson. Jennifer Ramos will come back into the ball game for Sam Houston, as will Angela Delaney. I have not forgot about the big track and field news to pass along to you. I'll do that just as soon as we get a chance. The pace has been fast and furious from the get-go. Here's Baxter in the front court to Oramas. Oramas now double team, gets it to the free throw line, and a pass down low for Baxter is tipped back outside with 9 to shoot. Oramas to the right side. That's Delaney with the basketball. Delaney cut off at the baseline, and that'll be a charge on Angela Delaney. Victoria Miller took one for the team. Second foul on Delaney. We've had a charge called on both teams here in the third quarter. 1:30 to go in the quarter. 42-40, Lady Demons down 2. Jasmine Johnson has the ball. She's had the hot hand. Jasmine going to the rack, but before the shot, a whistle is blown, and an offensive foul is called on Gabby Bell away from the ball. That's the first foul on Bell. That is the third team foul. All right, here you go. Northwestern State's Amir James and Caesar Stevens have been named Southland Conference Track and Field Athletes of the Week as Kiara McKinney scores for Sam Houston. 44-40 Bearcats lead as we approach the 1-minute mark left in the third quarter. James and Stevens set records during the Ted Nelson Invitational this past weekend. So congratulations to Amir James and Caesar Stevens, Southland Conference Track and Field Athletes of the Week. Jasmine Johnson, pull up 15-footer is good. Jasmine Johnson, 5 in the third quarter, 16 in the ball game. That pulls Northwestern to within 2, 40 seconds left. Oramas drives, scoops, and scores. Jennifer Oramas with her first points of the second half. It's back to a 4-point Sam Houston lead. Here's Nautica Grant into the front court. 22 seconds on the shot clock, 26 on the game clock here in the third quarter. Here's Bell between the circles. Gabby going to work the shot clock down, dribbling with the right hand. Dribbles around a high screen set by Youngblood. Jasmine, 3-ball. That one will not go. Rebound is tipped out and into the hands of Sam Houston. Jasmine goes in and fights hard. Oh, look at Jasmine Johnson. Great aggressiveness. Tie ball is called, and the arrow is pointing towards Northwestern State. It'll be the Lady Demons basketball. The shot clock is off. 9.8 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 46-42, Northwestern trails. Johnson to inbound it to the left of her own bench. Johnson trying to get it inbounds to Grant, and she does. Here's Grant, 7, 6, 5, 4. Grant dribbling, contact, no whistle. Miller to beat the buzzer. In and out, no good, and that is the end of the third quarter. Well, there certainly could have been a foul called there. Instead, we will head to the fourth quarter. 3 down, 1 to go. It's a good one between two teams looking for their first conference win. 46-42, Sam Houston on top, and we're back in 1 minute on the Demon Sports Network.
Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit me get it. First shot, strut walking, a little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby, so the game no, you can't copy it. Bad moonwalk, making this here, it's a party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all like pro music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on that stage light, going shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and click over my style. Money, stay on my
already with a career-high 16 points. The only player in double figures for Sam Houston is Akarian Morgan, who has 13. Northwestern was outscored in that third quarter, 15-9. The Bearcats have the ball to start the final 10 minutes, going right to left. Jennifer Oramas gives it up to Delaney. Delaney dribbling with the left hand, hits the cutter running the baseline, and now we've got players on the floor and a whistle blown. The ball was tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say it was last touched by Sam Houston, so it'll be Northwestern's basketball. That is the 19th turnover of the ball game by Sam Houston. The Lady Demons have 18 turnovers. Here's the red-hot Jasmine Johnson in the front court to Youngblood. Gives it up to Bell. Here's Gabby dribbling with the right hand to Nautica Grant, who's been quiet here in the second half. But a beautiful look. Down low, Youngblood lays it up and in. Off the beautiful assist from Nautica Grant. And the Lady Demons are within 2, 9:20 to go in the ball game. Here's Delaney into the front court. She's trapped. She's in all kinds of trouble. And Brenda Nichols has to call a timeout. Excellent trapping defense by the Lady Demons. 9:15 to go in the ball game. And your score, Sam Houston 46, Northwestern 44. We're back in 30 seconds on the Demons Sports Network. It's a 1 minute.
.com/Forcum Demons and follow at NSU Demons on Twitter. You can also follow us on Instagram at NSU Demons and Snapchat at Demons NSU. And thanks for all of your NSU Demon gear needs. Shop at the official online store of NSU Athletics at NSUDemonGear.com. Proceeds from NSUDemonGear.com help support Demon Athletics. And Julie Henderson. 9:15 to go in the ball game. Northwestern State within 2, trailing Sam Houston State 46-44. Tony Tagliamore back with you for the 60th meeting between these two ball clubs. Northwestern State leads the series with 40 wins. The two teams split a pair of meetings last year, each winning on their home floor. It was Sam Houston that knocked Northwestern out of the Southland Conference tournament a couple of years ago. And it'll be Sam Houston's basketball with 19 on the shot clock. Inbounding it right in front of their own bench. It's Baxter who gets it in bounds and gives it right back to Delaney. Here's Delaney with a pass to the right side and a drive by Oramas, and she misses the shot but drew the foul. Foul is on Tia Youngblood. That is her second of the ball game. That will put Oramas at the free throw line. That is the first team foul of the quarter on Northwestern State. Jennifer Oramas comes in shooting 77% from the free throw line. She is 1 for 2 today. Deep knee bend. Free throw is on the way, and it is no good. Rolled off the iron, and Oramas will have another one coming. Sam Houston, a 70% free throw shooter on the year. That is 5th in the conference. Free throw is good. Sam is just 2 of 5 from the line today. 47-44, the Bearcats by 3. We've played 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jasmine Johnson in the front court for Youngblood. Youngblood hands it off to Bell. Here's Gabby dribbling behind the arc to Grant. Grant has been scoreless here in the second half after a strong first half, and we've got a foul called on Jennifer Oramas. For Oramas, that is her first foul this afternoon. That is the first team foul of the quarter. Nautica Grant had 9 first-half points, quiet here in the second half. Here's Bell, the inbounds to Johnson. Jasmine will bring it back out behind the three-point line. She'll hand it off to Bell. Gabby, a couple of dribbles, now to Grant to the left side for Youngblood, and Youngblood is knocked to the ground, and she may have hit her head on one of those courtside chairs on the far side. Lydia Baxter sent Youngblood to the deck, and for Baxter, that is her third foul of the ball game. Second team foul of the quarter for Sam Houston. Substitution for the Bearcats as Baxter
and Delaney will come out of the ball game. 8:41 to go, 47-44, Sam on top. Johnson to inbound it across the way to Bell. Here's Gabby to the right side for Victoria Miller, who's back in the ball game. Jasmine calling for the ball down to the low post, now comes outside to get it. 3-ball, got it! Oh, my! Somebody call, oh, they're only going to give her a 2. Oh, my goodness, she must have had her feet right on the line. Jasmine Johnson, they'll give her 2 as Jasmine continues her career effort. And now we've got a whistle in the front court. And the foul is going to be called on Nautica Grant. For Grant, that is her 3rd foul of the ball game. Jasmine Johnson now with a career high 18 points, her previous career high 13. She's got 4 threes and darn near close to having 5 threes. Here's Morgan in the front court for Sam Houston to Oramas. Oramas, top of the 3-point line, dribbles with the left hand, knocked off balance, stays on her feet, passes to Ballou. Ballou going to pull up from 13. That is off the back of the iron. Miller went in for the rebound. They're going to call a foul on Kiera McKinney, who went over the back. 3rd team foul of the quarter, and for McKinney, that is her 3rd foul. 47-46, Northwestern can take the lead this trip down, 7:49 to go. Here's Grant, dribbling left hand, right hand to Bell. Bell to Victoria Miller on the left wing. Miller palming the ball, now putting it on the floor, hands it off to Grant. Step back 3 from the left side is short. Rebound, Miller, follow, good! A beautiful play by Victoria Miller. Miller has 6, and that gives Northwestern the lead with 7:34 to go. And a foul was called on Ashley Cooper, and that is number 4 on Cooper. That is the 4th team foul of the quarter. We've still got 7:34 to go. So they're going to send Victoria Miller to the free throw line. So Sam Houston is a foul away from putting Northwestern in the bonus. Free throw from Miller is on the way, and it's too hard off the back of the iron, and Baxter skies high for the rebound. 7.5 to go, 48-47 Northwestern. This one's gone back and forth from the get-go. Here's Rachel Harrell, right wing 3 is nothing but net. Harrell with her 18th 3 of the year, her first today, and Sam is back on top by 2, 7:15 to go. Youngblood to Johnson, Jasmine dribbling with the right hand. Jasmine's playing with a world of confidence today. To the left side for Grant. Grant picked up outside by Oramas. Here's Miller in front of the Northwestern bench, and a whistle, and Marlon Ramsey has called a foul away from the ball on Gabby Bell. Jeez, 2nd foul on Bell. That is the 2nd team foul, and I think Jordan Dupuis has called a timeout. We have a timeout on the floor with 7:03 to go in the ball game. And your score, Sam Houston State 50, Northwestern State 48. We are back in 1 minute. You're listening to Northwestern Lady Demons basketball on the Demons Sports Network.
We are going to pack Prather with everything orange. Orange t-shirts, giveaways, food, and so much more. Help us pack the sand starting at 1 p.m. on January 27th.
Tony Tagliavore back at Prather Coliseum. 7 minutes and 3 seconds left to decide this one, at least in regulation. And Northwestern State trails Sam Houston by 2, 50-48. Sam Houston has led by as many as 7. That was late in the first half. or rather in the first quarter, Northwestern's largest lead has been only 4. That came back in the second quarter. It's been back and forth all game long. And now the Lady Demons going to press in the backcourt, and Harrell gets a pass into the front court. Here's Oramus. Oramus going to go all the way and have the ball stripped away by guess who? Jasmine Johnson. And Jasmine has been fouled in the backcourt. Lydia Baxter picks up her 4th foul of the ball game, and that is team foul number 5 on Sam Houston. So Northwestern State will shoot free throws the final 6 minutes and 52 seconds.
On that one was your layup.
Jasmine Johnson came in averaging just under 2.5 steals a ball game, 6th most in the Southland Conference. She has 5 here today at the free throw line. First one is on the way, and it's good. She'll have another one coming. Jasmine Johnson, the sophomore, playing the game of her collegiate life here today. A made free throw here would give Jasmine 20 points this afternoon, and it would tie the game at 50. A couple of Sam Houston players switch positions on the lane, and now Jasmine gets ready for her second free throw. On the way, and she missed that one off the back of the iron, and Sam Houston comes away with the rebound. 19 points for Jasmine Johnson today, and the Lady Demons got caught napping defensively. Kira McKinney, the backdoor lay-in. 52-49, Sam, 6:39 to go. Here's Bell in the front court to Miller. Miller outside to Gillum. Gillum hands it off to Bell. Gabby Bell looking for her first field goal of the afternoon. Miller, beautiful look. Guess who? Jasmine Johnson off the beautiful assist from Victoria Miller. 52-51, Lady Demons within 1, 6:19 to go. Here's Sam into the front court. Harrell, a quick 3, rims out, but an offensive rebound, and Miller takes it away. Oh, my. Here's Bell into the front court for Northwestern. That is the 21st turnover of the afternoon by Sam Houston. Here's Gabby at the point, dribbling, driving, shot is blocked by McKinney. Bell goes down hard. The ball went out of bounds. And it's going to be Sam Houston's basketball. Jasmine Johnson comes out of the ball game, and Jasmine will limp to the far end of the bench. And I think athletic trainer Colleen Brown is going to take a look at her. 52-51, Sam leads, 5:50 to go in regulation. Here's Harrell with the drive, cut off at the baseline, throws it back into the paint. Shot is good, and a foul. Anastasia Mickens with her first points of the afternoon, and she will go to the free throw line. The foul was called on Jocelyn Scott. That is her second. That is the 4th team foul of the quarter. So here's Mickens. Free throw is on the way. Too hard off the back of the iron. Gillum has the rebound for Northwestern. 5:40 to go in regulation. 54-51, the Lady Demons trail. Here's Northwestern into the front court. Victoria Miller on the left wing. Miller to Gillum outside of the arc straight away. Libba passes to Bell. Gabby dribbling with the right hand. Gabby looking to the right side for Grant. Instead goes to the left side for Miller. Miller's outside of the arc. 8 seconds to shoot. Miller to Gillum in the deep far corner. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Ball is knocked away and out of bounds. Last touch by McKinney with 2 seconds left for the Lady Demons to shoot. 2 seconds on the shot clock. As Jordan Dupuis is screaming across the way to his players to make sure they understand they only have 2 seconds to shoot. Jocelyn Scott will inbound it across the way. Scott looking and looking and looking, gets it underneath. Gillum, shot is good, and she is fouled. Oh, my. What an inbounds play. Jocelyn Scott found Libba Gillum camping underneath the goal. Gillum scored, and Gillum will go to the free throw line. Mickens is charged with the foul. Gillum, perfect on the year, and she remains that way from the free throw line. 54 all with 5:15 to go. You will not find a prettier inbounds play anywhere. Holy smokes, that was nice. Here's Sam to inbound it. The Lady Demons will pick up their defense midcourt. Morgan into the front court. Now outside of the arc on the right side. That is Hairston with the basketball. Hairston back to the far corner. for Cooper. Cooper comes cross court. Harrell eyeing a three. That one drew rain but did not draw net. Nobody blocked out Ashley Cooper. She puts it back. 56-54 Sam, 4:51 to go in regulation. Miller 17 feet away. Victoria gets it to Jocelyn Scott. Scott dribbling with the right hand. Hands it off to Bell. Bell will reset the offense. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Gabby dribbles to the three-point line on the right side to Grant. Grant, wide open is Miller. She'll run the left baseline, cut off there. Libba thought about an open three. Now with 5 seconds to shoot to Bell. 2 seconds. Bell throws up a prayer that goes over the other side of the goal. And it'll be Sam Houston's basketball. I think Gabby was hoping just to draw contact, but the Bearcats did not bite. 4:20 to go in regulation. 56-54, Sam Houston leads. What a battle between two teams looking for their first Southland Conference win of the year. Sam in the front court. This is Harrell on the right side. Comes back up top to Morgan. Morgan backing up near the midcourt line, guarded by Grant. 13 on the shot clock. Baxter on the right elbow. Baxter, one dribble, muscles her way between defenders, and she traveled with the basketball. Travel is the call on Lydia Baxter. 22nd turnover for Sam Houston today. And Jasmine Johnson got a brief rest. She still looks like she's limping just a tad. As Johnson comes in, Jocelyn Scott comes out. Jasmine Johnson having a career game, leading all scorers with 21 points. She has 5 steals as well. Here's Bell into the front court to Miller, who comes up top to the right side for Jasmine. Puts the ball on the floor, cut off on the baseline by Harrell. Jasmine needs help, gets it free to Bell with 13 to shoot. Gabby dribbling, now driving, cut off at the free throw line. Miller inside the arc, scores! Victoria Miller with her second bucket of the second half, and we're tied at 56, 3.5 to play. How about Victoria Miller averaging only 3 a ball game? She has 8 this afternoon. Here's Oramas on the left wing. Oramas dribbles back up top from Morgan. Morgan working on the right side. Morgan, the runner, is no good, and Miller has the rebound for Northwestern. She'll put it into the hands of Bell. We're tied at 56, approaching the 3-minute mark left in regulation. Bell to Miller. Miller to the right side for Jasmine. Jasmine to Bell. Bell working on the left side now. Back to Jasmine. Jasmine straight away with 13 to shoot. Jasmine surveying the Sam Houston defense. Here's Gabby Bell with 9 to shoot. Gabby gonna drive inside the arc, come back outside. Jasmine has it, 4 to shoot. Kick out to Bell. Shot clock running down. Bell has the ball stripped away, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Gabby got it back, but the shot clock expired. And Gabby's going to come out of the ball game. Jada Freeman is going to check in. Gabby has turned it over 8 times this afternoon. 56 all, 2:43 to go. The Lady Demons trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Sam Houston trying to snap an 8-game losing streak. Morgan gets it into the front court, and she is fouled by Nautica Grant. That's foul number 4 on Grant. That's the 5th team foul, so both teams are in the bonus with 2:39 to play. This will be a Carrion Morgan stepping to the free throw line. For the first time today, she has 13 points this afternoon, and she is an 84% free throw shooter, 21 of 25. First one is on the way and good. She'll have another one coming. Sam Houston with a 1-point lead. Don't forget, coming up at 6:30 tonight, 6:15 for the pregame show, it'll be the Northwestern State Demons in Huntsville to take on Sam Houston State. Patrick Netherton, Doug Ireland will have the call for you. Second free throw by Morgan is also good. 58-56 Sam, 2:35 to go. Here's Grant into the front court for Northwestern. To the right side for Gillum. Gillum's outside of the 3-point line. Back to Freeman. Freeman between the circles. Freeman, the freshman, to the right side for Grant, the JC transfer, who tried to force it down low for Gillum. Gillum saves it from going out of bounds. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gillum in front of the Northwestern bench to Miller, and that was thrown into traffic, and that'll be a turnover. Hairston came up with the steal for Sam Houston. Oh, and Jasmine got it right back for Northwestern. Here's Johnson into the front court. Bounce pass, Grant, layup, good. Nautica's first points of the second half, 11 in the ball game. We're tied at 58, 1:58 to play. Oh, what a game this has turned out to be. Here's Harston into the front court for Sam Houston. She's double teamed, in trouble, threw it away. Ball is loose, picked back up by Morgan. Ahead to Harston, and she traveled. Oh my! Turnover number 24 for Sam Houston this afternoon. And now we've got a stoppage of play. I think Jordan Dupuis wants a timeout, and he's going to get one. 1:44 to go in regulation. We're tied at 58, and we're back in 1 minute on the Demon Sports Network. Coliseum, 1:44 to go in regulation. We're tied at 58. Northwestern State and Sam Houston State. A couple of struggling ball clubs playing their hearts out this afternoon. Here's the inbounds. This is Freeman for Northwestern. The Lady Demons going left to right. Jasmine Johnson has it. Johnson to Nautica Grant. Right wing three is off the mark. Weak side rebound by Freeman. The Lady Demons have the ball in a fresh 30 seconds. Nice play by the freshman. Here's Freeman dribbling. Chin lowered, goes to the right elbow, now back out behind the three-point line. Freeman's in all kinds of trouble, gets it away to Johnson, 14 on the shot clock, to Nautica Grant, 1:12 on the game clock, 10 seconds to shoot. Grant dribbles around a screen by Gillum, throws up an off-balance shot that falls! Oh my! Nautica Grant with back-to-back buckets, 60 seconds left. The Lady Demons lead it by 2. Here's Morgan into the front court to Aramis. Back to Morgan. Crowd on its feet. Harrell on the right wing. Dumps it back off. Aramis open. 3-ball. Off the front of the iron. Gillum has the rebound. 42 seconds left to go. Northwestern with the ball and a 2-point lead. Here's Freeman into the front court. This crowd is making some noise at Prather Coliseum. And Freeman will be fouled out top by Akarian Morgan. 32 seconds left to go in regulation. First foul on Morgan. Remember now, both teams are in the bonus, so the Lady Demons will shoot free throws, but Jordan Dupuis wants to call another timeout. 60-58, Northwestern leads. Back for the final 32 seconds. In 30 seconds on the Demon Sports Network. Back at Prather Coliseum, 32 seconds left in regulation. Northwestern has a 2-point lead, 60-58. I'm going to tell you, for two teams that have a combined 8 wins on the year, this has been one heck of a ball game. Jasmine Johnson leading everybody with 21 points. Nautica Grant has joined Johnson in double figures with 13. So the freshman Jada Freeman goes to the free throw line to shoot 2. Freeman is 12 of 15 from the stripe this year. That's 80%. She is shooting her first free throws of the ball game. As Marlon Ramsey and Zach Bennett have a brief conversation before the ball is given to Freeman. Freeman eyeing her first free throw. It's on the way, and it's no good. Freeman will have another one coming. Pressure situation for the freshman from Irving, Texas. Trying to give Northwestern a 3-point advantage with 32 seconds left. Free throw is on the way, and that one is no good. And Sam has the rebound, and they've called a timeout, so Sam will get the basketball in the front court. We'll keep it right here with 32 seconds left to go in regulation. So there is a 2-second difference. If you want to be technical about it, a 2.4-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Northwestern leads it 60-58. There are other games scheduled for tonight in the Southland Conference, but you'll be hard-pressed to find a more exciting one than the one we've seen tonight. The marquee game comes in Nacogdoches, Texas. Abilene Christian and Stephen F. Austin, both unbeaten, will meet at 7 o'clock tonight. New Orleans is at Central Arkansas. UCA is the other unbeaten team in the conference. Southeastern Louisiana is at Houston Baptist. We'll be in Hammond to take on Southeastern Saturday. Incarnate Word is at Lamar, and Nichols is at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. If the Lady Demons can hang on and get the win here today, they will be 1-5 in the conference, and you never know. You get that first conference win, and hey, look, Southeastern, who is Northwestern's opponent Saturday, has just won one game all year. Southeastern is 0-5 in conference play. So you get a win here today, you go to Hammond and get a win, and what do you know? You've got back-to-back conference wins, but still some work to do here for Northwestern State. 32.4 seconds left in regulation. The Lady Demons with a 2-point lead, 60-58. Northwestern is 7 of 19 from three-point range tonight. Sam Houston will inbound it. They get it in the front court since they called a timeout with less than a minute left. And here's Harrell to inbound it to my left. Harrell looking and looking and looking, and now she comes up top for Sellers. 30 seconds left to go in the ball game. Here's Morgan working on the right side, being chased by Johnson. Morgan dribbling out behind the three-point line, passes to the far corner for Harrell. 18 on the shot clock, 19 on the game clock. Harrell throws it to Baxter, who draws the double team. Johnson went for the steal, knocked the ball loose, and it's going to be Northwestern's basketball with 12 seconds left. Oh, my. Kevin Ferreira could not chase down the loose ball before it went out of bounds. And now Sam Houston will have to go for the quick steal. If they don't come up with it, they'll have to foul, and that will put Northwestern at the free throw line. The Lady Demons lead it by 2 with 12.7 seconds left. Jasmine Johnson will inbound it right in front of me. Jasmine looking, gets it inbounds to Gillum, and she'll be fouled immediately by Baxter. And that'll work just fine, because who else would you rather have shooting free throws than Libba Gillum, who is 5 for 5 from the stripe today. She is 25 of 25 from the stripe this season. And by the way, that is number 5 on Baxter. So Lydia Baxter has fouled out of the ball game with 8 points and 8 rebounds. Libba Gillum goes to the free throw line for the 6th time this afternoon, as Brenda Nichols is taking her time in deciding who she wants to sub into the ball game, and it'll be Angela Delaney. So Delaney will trot onto the court, and Gillum loosens up her wrists, and she gets ready to sink 2 very important free throws. On the way, and it is good. So a free throw here would make it a 2-possession ball game with 11.8 seconds left. This would just about do it for Northwestern. Gillum dribbling, deep knee bend, free throw is good. It's a 4-point Northwestern lead, and Sam Houston has called a timeout. Well, not sure if Brenda Nichols has a 4-point play on her dry erase board with 11.8 seconds left. The Lady Demons 11 seconds away from picking up their first Southland Conference win of the year and snapping a 5-game losing streak. I tell you what, the Lady Demons trailed by 7 late in the first quarter of this ball game, but then caught fire, especially from behind the arc, and especially thanks to Jasmine Johnson. Johnson, the sophomore, with a game-high 21 points. That's also a career high for the sophomore from West Monroe, Louisiana. That is the 5th time in her career Jasmine has scored in double figures. So Sam Houston will inbound it in the front court, just to my left, trailing by 4 with 11 seconds left. It'll be Angela Delaney to do the honors. Delaney looking and gets it inbounds to Aramis. Aramis, a straightaway 3 from deep. It's off the back of the iron. Grant has the rebound, and Victoria Miller is calling for a timeout. Not sure why with 4.9 seconds left. They've called a foul before the timeout was called. Rachel Harrell is fouled, so Northwestern is going to win this ball game. They're ahead by 4 in shooting free throws with 4.9 seconds left. This conference win, a long time in coming. I'm going to tell you, Jordan Dupuis got on his team pretty good during the Abilene Christian game last Saturday, and after the game on the ride home, as Nautica's free throw is no good. She'll have another one coming. Jordan Dupuis not preaching so much X's and O's with this ball club, but about what goes on from the waist or from the neck up, the winning mentality. Second free throw by Grant is good. And here's Sam Houston to inbound it. Clock is running down, and they blew a whistle. By the way, they were late changing the score. A foul by Grant. Okay. That's number 5 on Grant. She'll foul out. Nautica will foul out with 14 points. In double figures for the 10th time this year. It's a 5-point lead for Northwestern with 2.6 seconds left. Sam is going to shoot free throws. Why in the world did Nautica Grant foul? Morgan at the free throw line. Free throw on the way, that's good. She'll have another one coming. That makes it a 4-point ball game. A free throw here could make it would make it a 3-point game with 2.6 seconds left. Free throw on the way, and it's good. It's a 3-point game. And Northwestern has called a timeout with 2.6 seconds left. Holy cow. Well, the Lady Demons not making it easy on themselves. This is they're going to make this a full timeout with 2.6 seconds left, I believe. We're going to keep it right here anyway. 63-60 is your score. Don't forget, coming up tonight, 6:15 for the pregame show from Huntsville, Texas, the Northwestern Demons and Sam Houston. Right now, that game is scheduled to be right here on KDBH. We've had some transmitter issues with our sister station, 100.7 KZBL. So at last report, the Demons game can be heard right here on KDBH 30 minutes from right now. And of course, you can hear Demon and Lady Demons broadcast no matter where you are across the country, around the world at nsudemons.com. Patrick Netherton, Doug Ireland in Huntsville to bring you the action from that one. 2.6 seconds left. The Lady Demons lead at 63-60. They've basically got to get the ball in bounds. Youngblood, Bell, Miller, Gillum, and Johnson on the floor for Northwestern. And here's Jasmine to inbound it to the left of her own bench. The inbound to Gillum. It goes off her leg. Sam Houston has it. And a desperation shot is no good. And that's the ball game. Oh, my goodness. That was almost a disaster of epic proportions. Holy smokes. Northwestern could not get it in bounds, and Sam Houston had a desperation heave that would have sent us to overtime. But the basketball gods are smiling on the Lady Demons here today. Holy smokes, what a ball game. Your final score, Northwestern State 63, Sam Houston State 60.
The final score of today's game, Northwestern State 63, Sam Houston State 60.